Before I get into this video, look at the sunset. You can see where the sun is setting. This is rare, but it is spectacular. Now I am here with a story time video, which I don't do as much as I used to, but the Angry Gamer skits that I make on this channel are based on true stories. And most recently, I made an Angry Gamer rant about workers that might be refugees, as such that they don't like. I've had this in the United States. I have it in Turkey before. Those are my two nationalities. And I would like to show you the worst experience that I have had from all. So it's a true story that happened on what was a hot, sunny mid-June day in Istanbul, Turkey. In other words, here, where I went to a Starbucks store in a metro city, which on that day it was almost empty. And only a group of 2 or 3 people were sitting at the sitting area outside of the Starbucks store, and nobody was sitting down at the inside area of Starbucks. And so I have made an order. I had got myself, I requested a mocha frap. I requested a mocha frap, and then, you know, how the lines go, right? Well, would you like whipped cream? Would you like it coffee based and this and that? It's $50 and etc. So yeah, that's how the script usually is. And so you get an off the line and you wait for a minute. But then I waited about 3 minutes. At first, I thought there might be actually something wrong with the equipment at Starbucks. These problems do happen sometimes. I'm like, it shouldn't happen like that, because as I had mentioned just now, the Starbucks store was almost empty, and even the mall was almost empty. And even a couple minutes have passed, and I asked the same cashier, where is my mocha frap? And he acted like he didn't know. He thought that he was completely living in a dream world. He thought that he was living at his home. He thought that he was working in his private work area, because he said to me, "What frappuccino?" And I'm like, what the hell? And then another employee came into Starbucks and started, although it didn't turn out to be so brutal at all, otherwise it will have gone on the news, so don't take it too seriously. But they did get into a mini argument. They got really, really tense at first, but it didn't go like all the way up to Mount Vesuvius at that point. But then it went off from a climax. But before it all happened, I said to the guy, "Hey, I paid you $70 for the mocha frap." And he's saying, "What, you didn't make an order, did you?" And I'm saying that I did. But he's then saying, "Well, I didn't even get this money from you, so what are you even doing in this line?" What kind of a person would do that crap? I thought. But then I got back to the area and I repaid the same amount after the new cashier had came and the other cashier had gave me what I wanted. After that haunting experience, I got my mocha frap and I went outside the Starbucks store, found somewhere to sit and relaxed. And then there was a couple of foreigners that came to Starbucks next, and they asked for a medium-sized iced latte. And at least different from when I got in that line, at least they took just a minute or two to serve the recipe, but they gave the iced lattes in small. And then another argument had broke out, and the same Starbucks worker said, "Didn't you guys want it small?" And then they said, "No, we wanted it medium." And so even a bigger argument broke out, and it turned out that the Starbucks worker was being way too arrogant at the end, and eventually he was fired. Anyway, guys, so that's all for the story time. As I said at the beginning of the video, most of these Angry Gamer skits that I do are based on true stories. I'll talk about another experience I had from my Angry Gamer skits. And another day, I'll see you guys.